What's up, George? Quick demo video for you for two sabers of yours. They're both from Valhalla. So Carl Danby over there. First one is a Celtic flagship. This is a mix between a brass flagship and then you have some aluminum shrouds. So these are both installed with Proffie, right? But you've got stock V3 MPXLs in here. This is a 2-button setup. We'll go over this one last. And then we've got this one right here, which is an Origin saber that Carl did for you in the Ohio State Buckeyes theme. So this is really cool. And we'll just go over this one first just because it's the last one I picked up. Also has the stock V3s in there. They both take 1-inch diameter blades. 2-button setups here. So you have 2 dome tactile switches. This saber comes with some plunger switches, but they stuck out a little bit. They're easy to catch on things. So what I did is I went in, opened up those holes a little bit so that I could press fit in these dome tactiles. They don't stick out at all, but they're very easy to press with your finger. All right, they're press fitted in there, and then they're also glued in as well. So it shouldn't be a problem. Although they look identical, you can tell which one is activation because you have some inscription right here on the neck. If you can see that from what Carl etched. The switch that is with the inscription, that is your power switch. And then the one that's all by itself back here, that's your auxiliary. But what you want to do is just open up the handle. So we'll open this up. And we got your chassis right here. So you got your Proffie board, just a snap fit down into the shelf there, but you can get to your SD card and your micro USB without ever moving the board. And then it's got a removable battery setup, and then a Smuggler's Outpost 28mm Elite speaker. They both have those, all right. And then a custom chassis I did just to try to match what was going on with the saber. So you got O for Ohio. It does. I tried to make it say Ohio State right here. I was pressing my printer to the limits right here with the Ohio, but it did get it on there. And then it says Solo Sabers over here for me and Arabesh. And then both of these, in one way or another, will say Bolts of Valhalla on one side for Carl's work. Let's throw a battery in here.
Welcome, Jack Skywalker.
I got all of the sound fonts on that you sent me. You sent me quite a few, but in that package that you sent me was also a config file. So it was pretty much just copy and paste for me, which made it really easy. So all of them are on here. Lock in the handle, we'll turn off this light. Remember, the power is over here with the inscriptions. Got your LEDs firing up like they should. Auxiliary. We'll turn it off. And we'll throw a blade in. You had 2 different holes for blade retentions. I just used the one, okay? So we'll throw a blade in this guy real quick. We'll go ahead and lock it down.
Bring yourself to kill me before, and I don't believe you'll destroy me now.
Wrote another one.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. I'll never turn to the dark side.
Nice blade lockup. Blade lockup is holding the aux button down and hitting the saber at the same time. Turn it off. To get to your soundtracks, it's just a long press on the activation. And then the same thing to turn it off. Long press on the activation, all right?
Something inside me has always been there.
So we just
But now it's awake.
trade, or you go to the next sound font by pressing auxiliary. I'll cycle through a few of these so that you can see that they're all on here.
I let you live. Persistence in the Force is my ally. This part is over.
There's quite a few on there, but we got them all. We'll take the blade out of this guy and the battery out, and then we'll go over the flagship too. Just want to take the handle off real quick. And then from the positive side of the battery over here by the speaker, you can pop it out with your finger just like that. We'll put the handle back on for safekeeping, and then we'll move over to the flagship. Right here. Also a 2-button setup. I gave you a silver switch because you had some silver aluminum shrouds. So just just to try to keep that bouncing back and forth between the two colors. And then I gave you a little brass tactile switch back here. It doesn't stick out very far at all, hardly at all, but it's very easy to press with your finger. Okay. I'll just take the handle off this guy. And then again, here's your chassis. Pretty much the same setup, but this was customized for the etching of this saber. So you have some different Celtic things right here. This knot, it does say Bolts of Valhalla over here. And the closest text that I could find to match this etch. And then Solo Sabers over here for me. I always put that in Arabic. And then removable battery as well. And then the same Smuggler's Outpost 28mm speaker. All right. These are both set up the same way with the same fonts.
Welcome, young Skywalker.
Put the handle on this one. Just for the sound resonance of the saber. Your sound venting is a lot more than the Origin saber. It just has a way different sound to it. LEDs firing out, nice shine through in your window. And then you also you're asking me about the jewel. The jewel does light up on this shroud right here. So this guy right here, when I fire it up, do that again, right here. So it looks really cool. It's just this guy right here. Auxiliary. And we'll throw a blade in this guy too. I'll back that out a little bit. Blade socket's kind of tight, but that's fine. It just holds the blade well. There's the blade locked up.
Yourself to kill me before, and I don't believe you'll destroy me now.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Sound check.
I'm a Jedi. Like my
We'll go
father
forward a
before
few
me.
sound fonts because we already did these on the other saber.
I let you live.
See it right here.
Persistence in the Force is my ally.
A good slow swing. Just like that. We'll take the blade out of this guy too. So yeah, both of these are working exactly like they should. They're all loaded up with your fonts. If you have a brand new blade, you might want to sand it a little bit. It's just a little tight in there, right? But it's no biggie. Take the handle off and we'll do the same thing that we did on the other one. From the positive side of the battery over there by the speaker. You should be able to come over here and pop it out with your finger. Just like that. And that's basically both of your sabers from Carl. Let me know if you got any questions. And if not, I will get these out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right? Thanks.